Welcome everybody to OrthoForward. Today, I'm very pleased to have with me Rune Fisker, which is the SVP of Product Strategy for 3SHAPE. Nice to see you, Rune. I hope you had a beautiful holidays with your family.
It was an excellent holiday, thank you, and thanks for the invite to join today.
For me, it's always a pleasure. We are discussing with 3SHAPE since years, and I think our collaboration has always been very smooth and productive. And so today, it's, as you know, it's all about you. It's all about 3SHAPE, and I'm sure our auditors want to know more about you, especially in the ortho segment. So, as everybody knows, 3SHAPE has been defining the digital industry since 20 years, or even more than 20 years, right?
We actually have 25 years anniversary this summer, so coming up.
Wow.
So
I feel so small when I speak to someone who have a company of 25 years of success. So 25 years defining the digital industry. So congratulations, because I remember when I built my first company, you were already a giant for me 15 years ago, and you remain a market leader, and you have never been displaced on this market leader position. But tell us more. Today, you have several segments in your portfolio of product, and the main one being the scanner. We know that you have released great new innovations this year. Can you speak a bit more about them and the product that you want to emphasize today, please?
yeah, so of course at 3SHAPE, innovation is our DNA. So we wake up in the morning to create great products and great innovations. And the year that just went by was another great year with one of the biggest launches in 3SHAPE history. We launched 2 new scanners, the 3S3 refreshed version or updated version that has an Invisalign connection and will continue to have Invisalign connection. And also maybe even more interesting from a market perspective, the 3S Core, which is a product at a very attractive price, targeting dentists that wanna adapt the digital at a competitive price. That's been great launches. We also launched what we call Unite 2024 or Unite 3 internally. And Unite is the platform that drives the 3S scanner. And that really was a very strong launch also. We moved all the cases to the cloud. We allowed access from anywhere. And we developed a complete new cloud app that allows you to work with your scans on your phone here. So that was a major launch and major innovations that has been extremely successful. One thing, of course, is creating a launch. Another thing is actually seeing the usage and the sales coming in the following months. So that's been great, and we are very excited about that.
Because discussing with orthodontists and dentists since now more than 15 years, the main problem of them has always been this integration between different platforms, scanners, treatment planning, machine, and so on. And do you believe that Unite is now at the stage that we can say that with one platform, we could access all the services?
I think we are getting very, very far ahead. There's no doubt that there has been, if we look at the past year, it, in my opinion, has been the fastest technology development that we have ever seen. There's been launched different scanners, there's been launched different printers, and of course, there's been a myriad of AI tools coming out. But the problem is that they are not really connected, right? They are not talking together. We have all the dots, but the dots are basically not connected. And I really think that we have taken a big leaps forward, connecting the dots, which means really building real workflow that can deliver easy to use workflows and deliver, of course, better and smoother treatments. More particularly, we have a lot of integrations through partners. We actually sell. Last year, we did 26.5 million 3S scans, or patients being scanned with 3S, growing 38%. And around 10% of them actually went to a clear aligner manufacturer. So it's very significant. And these works completely integrated, so it shows straight to the platform. We also worked a lot on the lab side for the restorative clients, because sending smoothly to the lab and smoothing that whole communication. So now you can easily add photos for instance, with your app, and easily communicate with your lab. And then also super important is the practice management system integrations. So we integrate with your PMS in the clinic, so we don't have to re-enter patient information, but also that we can feed information back to the practice management. So triage is not, and the workflows that you do with it is not becoming, a standalone island, a standalone doc. So I think they have moved a lot forward. I think we should move even further ahead. And we have a lot of ambitions on that, and also putting a lot of resources into that, bringing that further levels up. But we are seeing a very fast growth in not just the triage scans, but also using these integrated smooth workflows.
Do you believe because sometimes I have the perception that technology progress a bit too fast compared to the capacity of our client, the dental professional, to absorb this technology, to absorb the capacity, the knowledge, the workflow change, even their own personal ambition
Awesome.
to go to a change.
Yeah.
And companies such as 3SHAPE or even DentalMonitoring, we are putting so much pressure on the market by delivering so much technology every quarter. So much technology. Hey, are you outdated? Are you outdated? And pushing them to be always at the forefront of technology. Do you believe sometime maybe we are going too fast, or no, we should continue? And
I think we need to continue to push, but the point is completely correct. We see as one of the biggest changes in 3Shape from a cultural point of view was that moving from really thinking about early adapters, right? Where we think about the early adapters that can tweak the system and can do workarounds and handle issues, to really going into mass market. We see big markets like US, for instance, being on 57% iOS penetration now. So you are not anymore in early adapters or certainly not the innovators anymore. You are in early majority or late majority, which is true mass market that comes in with very different requirements. They're not just excited about adapting to new technology. They are here to get real tangible benefit, making their life easier and more profitable and efficient, right? So it's clear that we need to think very carefully on not just adding feature and feature and feature as some of our competitors do, but really ensure that we have like a very simple and easy to use solution. So like we all know from Apple here, we know how they have been the masters on making things easy. And I think we need to, as an industry, generally to think even more about that and put our efforts into it. So
it's always hard to decide. You're the product guy of 3Shape, okay? So your work every day is to say, let's do this, let's do this, let's do this. And I know how hard is it, because I'm kind of a product guy too. It's so hard to say, no, let's wait. Let's put some clinical education. Let's put some process. Let's let the market to swallow the need and to understand the need first before going and release something different. Because I was looking at your patent portfolio, more than 650 patents, guys. That's very, very impressive. And so this brings me to my next question is, when you have so much patent, so much innovation, so much engineer working on innovation, I'm pretty sure that the next few months, next few years, IDS probably, you will release again things which are groundbreaking and that everybody are waiting for. Can you, I know that, confidentiality, I know that you will not speak too much, but can you give us some little lights?
No, I think, yeah. So of course we are working on the next scanner and the next scanner after the next scanner, right? We had 625 people in on our D and spend more than 60 million euros on our D, which by the way corresponds to more than 12% of revenue. So of course we are heavily committed to that. Also being a product company with the DNA of innovation and by the way passion for products, not just me, but the whole organization. So of course we are looking at how to transform, do the next transformation, and it's clear that we see a lot of opportunities on the digital impression, so the intraoral scanners, to move them beyond just being a digital impression system, right? today, most uses of intraoral scanning is a digital impression system. We think ultimately we will scan every patient every time, and really be able to look at these scans and compare those scans, both to the scan look at the scan we do today, but also compare that to previous scans, which allows you to see much more than when you're a normal dentist. Remember, dentists have lots of patients coming every day, and when the patient come in half a year later, as today, you can, of course, as a dentist, not remember how did it look last time, right? That's not human possible. But by comparing and of course also using sophisticated AI, then I think we can actually make really redefine intraoral scanning and hopefully even dentistry from being just digital impression system to something beyond that. And we will show innovations in this field at IDS, which is today only 75 days away and 22 hours. So I can't wait for that.
So I feel that you are going into the monitoring space with that. In the in-chair monitoring space and dental monitoring, we are remote monitoring services, so I don't feel competition. And I actually like when people are going in the monitoring direction, because it gives this habit of doctors to look and to link the different data together to actually have a global vision of the patient progress or patient evolution. And so I like that 3SHAPE is going in that direction, and I'm really looking forward, and I'm probably going to ideas to look for that. Now, if we speak about 2 to 3 years ago, I was looking at the industry, and I was seeing lots of new scanners coming along, more value scanners, more cheaper scanners, and I was kind of worried. Look, we have this big company of scanners such as 3SHAPE providing extremely advanced scanners, and now we see this other company coming with value product. What will be the reaction of 3SHAPE, and how did you maintain? Because now I see backward, I come back and I see your result. Wow, you're still leading. Even on the value segment, you're leading. What did you do? What is the difference between your value product to their value product? What makes the difference?
Yeah, you can say it's
Because
completely.
as you say, the main topic today for doctors is still limited to digital impression. So it's why the value scanners raised.
No, so I think there has been a lot of scanners coming in, which is good for dentists, good for patients, and then competition drives the world forward, right? I can't live without competition. Then life will not be fun, right? But to the point, right? Then I think the core of it is to keep having innovation. And it's a big misunderstanding that think that every scanner works equally well, just as a digital impression system. I mean, there are still big differences on the ability to scan and do that in a smooth and easy way. And remember, it's back to, yes, the innovators, the early adapters might be able to use the cheaper scanners, but when it comes into mass market and every dentist, every assistant, every hygienist that needs to use the scanner, then the usability goes in the scanning, but also in the whole software ecosystem around it. Still sets a big, they set the good scanners significantly apart from the more value-based scanners, right? Of course, those around the scanning, they are getting better. There are still significant differences there when you use it at a daily basis. But of course, there's also back to the whole ecosystem, unite, building, workflows, building these integrations, the partners, which is very hard for a company to do out of China, work with hundreds, if not thousands of partners around the world, right? So we have dedicated partnership teams working with partners around the globe, enabling all these workflows. And then, of course, at the core of it, it comes down to innovation. And that is said, I mean, 3SHAPE grew very significantly in units last year, also in China. We were taking market share in China. We were taking market share in many emerging markets because we also want to, 3SHAPE don't wake up in the morning to be number two. We will price products competitive. and we will have again different offerings like 3S5 for the premium segment, and then 3S Core or 3S3 for the more value-oriented, price-sensitive customers. And you will still have a great experience with your system. So you can say innovation, great scanners, and great ecosystem at the right price. And again, also we actually now service close to 20,000 customers directly. We actually think that's super important. Also, we are generally selling through resellers today, tomorrow, and in the future, but we will onboard them ourselves in many countries, and we also do service them ourselves directly, because who knows most about the 3Shape systems? Who by far have the greatest passion for our customers being successful? That is 3Shape. And I think the combination of, you can say, technology, scanners, ecosystem, and service, really strong committed service, that is a strong willingness to pay for that at the right price. So I'm optimistic on 3Shape's behalf, maybe more concerned on some of the other premium players, but that's another story.
But look, I cannot be more agree with you about especially the service part, where we really realize at Dental Monitoring that 50% or even more of our success come from the very dedicated forces that we put on the ground to service every of our customers on a daily basis. And every time we fail on that, we see that we fail to release really a successful product on the field. So service. I think on the top of the product is absolutely essential. As you know, our audience is more orthodontist oriented. What can you tell us? Can you tell to our audience about the future of 3Shape within the orthodontic segment?
No, we rely strongly committed in the intraoral scanner space, and again, at least 10% of cases go is ortho cases or clear liner cases, right? There's also a lot of cases with ortho specialists. We also do continue to innovate. For instance, the 3S treatment simulator, which is a simulation tool that shows kind of the before and after simulation, and actually a very widely used tool and one of the most popular tools, in 3Shape from a software perspective. Then we have a CAD package on the back, which was more lab focused. We are not putting so much effort into that in full transparency on that part of it, but we will remain present in that field also. So you can say overall strong commitment to the ortho space, also because we have a lot of very happy customers there. Strong commitment to the clinic side of it. You can say we are not putting as much effort anymore into the lab side of that part.
But I think actually DM will push significantly the usage of IO scanners for the braces world, such as we are releasing Monitoring Plus, which is a digital visualization of treatment progress for any type of treatment, aligners or braces treatment, where you will be able to see the evolution of the case week after week after week, which require an initial scan, which will push actually every scanner company, including 3Shape, to provide scanners for the braces cases, which will actually unleash 80% of the ortho market to use intraoral scanner.
No, but that's actually a great point. I've maybe been saying clear liners too much and braces too little, right? It's clear that a lot of people can also see that on the scan are scanning braces and for braces, right? And also more sophisticated auto treatments, expanders, etc. So there's a lot of scans going in that direction. And generally, we also see the auto clinics and specialists, particularly scanning much more with the scanner, because I actually think the value proposition is stronger for the auto clinics, right? So it's definitely for braces. Also, we also do see in the more teenage, you can say, adjustment field, auto field, we see much more use also of intraoral scanners in that field, also moving into even the public sector in this area, in these countries where the teenage teenage ortho is done in the public sector. So we actually do see a lot of expansion in that field also. So it's well in line with and I'm excited to hear that and look forward to see that latest product coming out.
Yes, we are in a soft release for the moment to make sure that the product is stand to the level we expect. But already it's a great success on our side. So let's speak about something which is always a bit controversial, and I like this topic. Of course, is artificial intelligence, and I would like a true, not a marketing oriented answer, a true answer about what is, because DM is an AI company. We just do AI, and it's everything we do is based on artificial intelligence. And so we don't really like when people kind of fake the path of AI and kind of not really give the value of it. What is your vision of where AI is truly valuable?
Sure.
And where it's absolutely just a gimmick for marketing and putting marketing AI somewhere? And what is your vision on that?
Great question also. Let me actually take a step back. So I actually have a PhD in computer vision and machine learning finishing the late 19s, where I did a lot of neural networks also and machine learning. So I actually have a PhD in the whole field. And 3SHAPE actually went in extremely early, already in 2014, after European Computer Vision. And I think it's really important for the audience to say that every software company claim AI today, right? But in my opinion, what has been really transformative has been the learning based. What was early days called neural network, but now really is deep learning, where you are training based and have a lot of data, and you basically train your deep learning network on it. And that's also, and of course, lately looking really into not at least into the whole generative AI and ChatGPT and related applications continue to impress you. But back to the core of your questions. So we have actually today not marketing AI, but real training-based AI in virtually all our products. Last year, more than 30 million cases was touched by real AI. Every TRIO scan runs real AI to make the scanning experience easier. So we have 3SHAPE Automate. We've done now millions of crowns, 100% AI driven, where you have a scan, gypsum model scan or an intraoral scan. It's uploaded to the cloud without any human interactions. It's of course segmented scan, like I'm sure you can also do. Find margin lines that define the crown based on more than 250,000 training cases that the network have been trained with. And we have an acceptance rate, so people currently pay for only with the download. We have an acceptance rate of 92% of case proposals, right? So you can say overall we perceive ourselves as one of the leaders in AI in our field. So probably even in dentistry, but in our field is clearly the scanning and the whole CAD design on the restorative side, but certainly maybe even more on the ortho side is very driven by by AI. Of course, there has been a tremendous amount of hype around the whole AI and also a lot of the more gimmickal applications like videos and songs and stuff like that, which is done amazingly. But when you look into the actual clinic, what is going to be the impact? I think just like your own application, which I, by the way, is a great fan of, that on the whole diagnostic side, we see actually the fastest moving area on AI, or at least with our most players, is actually doing AI on X-rays, right? More than 20 players, and some of them have raised more than $100 million, to do AI on X-rays. We do see a lot of activities also in the kind of CAD space there for sure. Then I'm very certain also that when also looking at what people apply in other industries is that, taking the phone and all these support style questions can be AI to a very large degree, right? And I also think another super cool application is entering information into the PMS. practice management system. A lot of people, a lot of dentists spend a lot of time and a lot of boring time entering that. I'm sure there are going to be AI agents that are going to listen in and fill out a lot of these informations. And then, of course, if we look further ahead, of course, robots, virtual reality, and some of these more futuristic applications that are not only driven up AI, but where AI is enabler, right? But I think both you and we as innovators and AI-driven companies will see that technology roll much more in at very high growth rates, right? So I really think that this year we are moving beyond the hype, because I have to say there's a lot of hype in this area also, into real applications. And there was an Inside Dentistry survey coming out a few months ago saying that 18% of dentists in the US are now applying AI tools in their clinic, and another 60 is considering. So I think it will dramatically change our world. But there's also a very big hype in this area here, in my opinion.
I like your answer, and I will comment it a little bit. Our vision, us on AI, is it augment the dentist and the orthodontist. Exactly. It augment him to bring him some scalability, to be able to diagnose at a larger scale, and the second part, outside the augmenting part, it's the quality.
Sure.
We are so surprised by the level of quality that we can reach when you have this combination between the specialist, the orthodontist, for example, and the AI, which work together to guarantee or to make sure that the level of service, the levels of accuracy that is provided to the patient is always at the top. And I truly believe that AI is going to help tremendously to leverage the quality of care before anything else.
I'm 100% aligned on that, and I agree. I actually think one of the leaders in X-ray AI called it second opinion, their product, right? Pearl. And I think that's a great way to phrase it, right? Because it's a second opinion, but the combination of dentist and AI will definitely lift the whole both patient experience, but also treatment, and of course also efficiency to a next level. So I remain very optimistic, but of course it needs to be applied in the right places and in the right way, right?
Of course. So, Rune, thank you so much for this time together. I wish you the best 2025, even so that 2024 was already very successful on the business side, and I hope also on the personal side. I'm looking forward to see you at IDS, which is in 75 days, 21 hours from now. And I wish you the best, and thank you so much.
No, it's really been a pleasure. I'm really a great fan of what DentalMonitoring and you have been doing, are doing, and continue to do. And I look forward to see not just you, Philippe, but all of you at IDS. Come and visit our booth. I would love to show you our latest innovations. Let's change dentistry together. Thank you so much.
Thank you. See you. Thank you, everyone, and see you for the next OrthoForward. Thank you.